Now where they go? Back over to the home side? What the heck? Oh no, that was the other one. That's the other one.
Welcome back to the King of Vegas tournament. This time we change venues as we arrive here at Lifeguard Arena in Henderson, Nevada, just outside of Las Vegas. Practice home to the Henderson Silver Knights, the AHL affiliate of the Las Vegas Golden Knights. Not their game arena. Their game arena is not far down the road, a nice 6,000 seat facility. But today, Lifeguard Arena will host the conclusion of round robin play in the Kings of Vegas Brick Tournament. All the US-based teams are here to compete for Brick Glory. Let's set the scene for you as you enjoy the warm-ups for Team Pennsylvania. Team Pennsylvania started the tournament off on absolute fire, outscoring their opponents 12-1 in the first two games before running into an incredibly strong Connecticut Junior Ranger team. Flat in game two of the tournament has left Team Pennsylvania with a little bit of work to do to get where they want to be. You want the 1 or the 2 seed so that you can get a bye into the semifinals. 6 teams will qualify for the playoffs. 2 will get byes and not have to play early in the 7 o'clock hour tomorrow. Team Pennsylvania with 6 points, currently second in the standings, behind the Connecticut team we spoke of earlier, with 7 points. PA is tied at the moment with the Minnesota Brick team. Minnesota and Connecticut play later today. So someone has to win and someone has to lose that contest. If Pennsylvania can beat the Boston Junior Bruins today, it should put them in a position to get one of the top 2 seeds. Now, there's a chance they end up in a tie for that second seed. They could be in a tie, or for the first seed. They could get the first seed. If Minnesota beats Connecticut and Pennsylvania beats Boston, both teams would have 9 points. You could potentially end up with Chicago with 9 points. They have 3 right now, but they play a pair of games today. They could end up with 9. Pennsylvania could end up with 9. Connecticut could end up with 9, 10, or 10. And Minnesota could end up with 9. So PA could be in a 3-way tie for first place. They could end up in a 2-way tie for second place, so they could win one or the other outright. An overtime win by Minnesota and a win by Pennsylvania would clearly put them in to one of those top two seeds. So the moral of the story is none of that matters if Team Pennsylvania doesn't do their job this morning. All right. So we've set the scene for you. Win, and you could get a bye. Lose, and you will not get a bye. PA will qualify for the playoffs. There's not a scenario where that does not happen. But only potentially having to play 2 games tomorrow to win it would be a gigantic advantage. Any team in that quarterfinal round would need to get 3 wins. Team Pennsylvania gathers around their goaltender, Brian Schwartz. A nice setup here in Henderson. Team Pennsylvania breaks their huddle. And they prepare to start Game 4 of the Brick Series event here in Las Vegas, Nevada. Looks like we have 48 people already here. 48 of you streaming the game worldwide. And I mean worldwide. We have gotten fantastic feedback from all over the country, all over the globe. We want to make sure to welcome all of our friends north of the border up in Canada. We have a lot of folks watching from up there. Some of you I know would love to be here with us, but we're happy to bring you the game as best we can. The starting lineup for Team Pennsylvania. In net, Brian Schwartz. On defense, Austin Wu and Jake Starr. Your right wing, Canada's own Nate Cesario. The left wing, 43, Cameron Evans. And at center, number 37, Bobby Spag. Cesario controls in the corner, wraps it around looking for Spag. It's spun all the way to the point for Wu. Wu fires one towards the net, bouncing puck, skips through to Cesario. His shot in on net is gobbled up and held by the Bruins goaltender. Offensive zone draw coming for Pennsylvania. A good first shift. We'll get Lynn, Christini, and McCormick on the ice. Off their item, Merlot, the defense. Face-off won by the Bruins as they come up the ice. Banked off the boards into the PA end. And it'll be an icing. I think Alter just went down. Did he take a whack?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Let's take a look. No, he fell awkwardly. He fell awkwardly coming back on that icing play. Hopefully he's okay. It'll be McCormick stepping into the face-off circle for Pennsylvania to the right of the Bruin goaltender. Bounce back to the point. Johnson tries to hold it, but it skips free to Christini at center. He plays it for the defenseman Schulberger, who's able to find McCormick. It banks off his stick and into the Bruins zone. They'll regroup there, D to D, and a zone exit. Dumping it all the way in, we'll have another icing. A minute in, it's been a lot of offensive zone draws for Pennsylvania. It'll be McCormick stepping to the circle again. Face-off tied up by McCormick. He's able to get to it behind the net. Pressuring the Bruins. It kicks free to the corner to Lynn. Lynn will wrap it to the point man, Schulberger. Schulberger shoots from outside, skips wide of the net. Johnson stepping up. Christini, the first one to it. He'll fly out the center ice and regroup. Christini cuts inside. Tries to drive the left part of the zone. Knocked down on the play, and back come the Bees. Bruins into the offensive zone. Winds up. Nice stick on puck by McCormick to send the slap shot wide of the cage. Reversed by Merlot. Picked up by Schulberger. Schulberger sends it up the center to McCormick. He's 1-on-2 into the zone. He'll wind and fire a 5-hole shot stopped by the Bruin netminder. Pressure by Merlot. Keeps it in. Ofteride back on the ice, so he seems to be okay. It'll be Filiaggi pressuring the puck. Now Ritson. Banks by Ofteride to be picked up by Reel. Reel will find Merlot. Merlot off the boards for Filiaggi. It's icing on PA this time. Faceoff will come to the left of Schwartz. Filiaggi on the draw. Both these teams looking like they're trying to get their legs here early. Faceoff one, back to the point. Shot comes in, skips high and wide of the net. Rebound sent towards the cage. Kicked at by Boston. They're unable to get the puck through to Schwartz. And Ritson will break it out. It's Reel. Reel up ice. 1-on-4 right now. Curls in behind. Has Filiaggi driving. Protects the puck. Plays it into the corner for Filiaggi. He looks to go to the point. It'll be to Ofteride. He steps in. Makes a move, but it's pickpocketed. And back come the Bruins. It'll be a 3-on-3. Reel attacks the puck heavily as the Bees dump it in. They'll give chase as Reel's after the puck. He leaves it for Ofteride. Ofteride has Ritson. It banks off of his stick. Filiaggi will follow on. And the battle will ensue at center, picked up by Boston and dumped in. It'll be Starr getting to the puck. Starr rims it for Ofteride. Off of Cesario, picked up by Spang. Spang will carry it behind his own net and reverse back to Ofteride. Now Spang. Spang looking for Evans, cut off by a Bruin forward. Spang will stay with it, and he'll try to exit. He sends one off the boards for Evans. It's a little too far. Cam will give pressure, though. Puck comes free. It'll be Evans with it into the offensive zone. Tries to drive to the inside. Is forced wide. Tries for Spang, picked off by the Bruins, and back they come. Pass doesn't connect, and Starr gives chase. Picks it up in the PA zone. Is able to work it to Wu. Wu looking for Spang. Spang tips it, and it goes past Evans' stick. PA will get a change behind the play on the dump it. The Bees wind it up in their own end, coming out with speed, flying through the neutral zone into the PA end, firing one high over the cage. A shot from the point skips wide. Johnson will be the first one there. He chips it looking to get it out and is unable to, kept by the Bruins. Bruins with some pressure now. Christini able to get the heat out of a hot kitchen and find McCormick. McCormick sends it across for Lynn. Kid's got some mitts. He'll fire one. It's off the goaltender and bounces in. Natty Lynn puts Team Pennsylvania on the board. A heavy shot from Lynn. Comes off the netminder, over his shoulder, and into the back of the cage, giving Pennsylvania an early 1-0 lead here. 10:23 to play in period number 1. A nice feed from McCormick. That should be 97 Lynn from 18 McCormick. And Filiaggi will step into the draw.
PA votes scored by number 97, assisted by number 18.
Boston wins the draw and dumps it behind the PA net. Merlot gives chase. He chips it. Boston with good puck pressure. Filiaggi gets to it, but is unable to clear the zone kept in by the Bees. Merlot in the corner, stopping and starting. Pressured by Boston, who tries to center the puck. It comes to the stick of Ritson, who was unable to clear the first time, but the second time he will. Gets it to Reel back to Ritson. Ritson centers for Filiaggi. Broken up by the Bruin defense, and they're back up ice. Chipping one forward, it'll be a breakaway for the Boston Bruins, and they shoot and score. A breakaway by the Bees evens the score at 1. It'll be Spang stepping in. Wins it to Evans. Evans knocked off of his stick. Gathered by Spang, he dumps it in. Cesario gives chase to the corner. Followed up by Evans on the pressure. Boston able to clear the zone to Wu. Wu sends it back up the middle of the ice, right to the Bruins defense. And they'll regroup and try to enter the Pennsylvania zone. Star there, trying to break the play up. Boston will work it to the corner. Now back to the point for the Bees. Sent into the outside off the cage of Schwartz. PA a bit disjointed here, I think. Not the strongest Pennsylvania start so far. 1-1 tie, though. That's what matters. Try to get this game together a bit as Wu's able to find Cesario. He races up ice. He's got Evans if he sees him. Evans cuts to the inside. Fires one, and it skips wide of the net. A nice move by Evans sends it wide. A good scoring chance there for Pennsylvania. As the puck skips into the PA zone, pressured by Cristini. Shot sent in wide of the net behind the PA cage. It'll act as a bit of a breakout for Pennsylvania, as Schulberger is hammered at center. But on come the Bees. No call. Schulberger, I think he needs to get off. He's a little dazed, I want to say. McCormick gets it. He finds Cristini. It's his turn on the break. He'll shoot, and he'll find the back of the net. PA answers the breakaway goal with one of their own. It's Bo Cristini from Matty Lynn. And PA leads 2-1. Filiaggi steps to center ice. Dipsy Doodle Dunkaroo for Bo Cristini on the breakaway. Face off won by Boston and dumped into the PA end. It'll be Merlot behind his own cage. Picked up by Ritson. Ritson looking. Finds Filiaggi out at center. He and Reel will break in. Shooting one from outside, fought off by the Bees goaltender. Filiaggi into pressure. Backed off the back of the net by the Boston defenseman as he'll break out the left side. Sent cross ice, the stick of Reel gets there. Ritson follows on for Pennsylvania as PA gets control. Sent to Johnson. Johnson off the stick of Filiaggi. Real there to pressure again. Real and Filiaggi pressuring the Boston zone. Boston able to clear. Starr forces the play wide. A backhander off of Schwartz into the opposite corner. Back to the point. Firing from outside. Deflects off of a player in front. Beautiful deflection. Better save by Schwartz. Sweet buttery crumpets. That was nice. Real will dump it in and get it changed. Spang in with the pressure. Spang's pressure forces the turnover to Evans. He finds Spang. Spang turns, fires just wide. It'll be Wu. Getting there but unable to keep it in. It's cleared all the way down for Starr. Starr will set it up in the Pennsylvania end. Curling with it. Finding Spang. It's off of his stick and into the Boston zone. Boston skips a player in behind Wu. Wu with a great speed and hustle to get back. But a centering pass goes back there, and Boston will find the back of the net. TA's defense needs to be careful on the exit. Boston's getting behind them here and getting their advantages on the rush. They're throwing the cross-ice pass, and that offside defender needs to read, and that guy's taken off. It'll be Spang stepping to center for the draw. 2-2 tie here in Vegas. Team Pennsylvania and the Junior Bruins. Spang sends it over to Starr. But Boston gets control. Works it to the corner. Spang will pick it up there. He tries for Cesario. Boston first one to it, into the middle, firing one off. Schwartz rebound there, and they score. PA not getting the pucks here. Boston takes a 3-2 lead here in Henderson. This is what PA doesn't need. PA gets the Christini Lynn McCormick line out. They've got both of Pennsylvania's goals. Trying to make it a third, it's Lynn. Firing towards the net. That skips wide. McCormick picks it up. Finds Johnson. Johnson back for McCormick. It'll come all the way around behind. McCormick will pop it into a corner. Pick it up there, cut back to the middle. Schulberger. He's okay after the hit earlier. Keeps it at the blue line. Able to work it back to the corner again. Christini will get there. He finds Schulberger. Schulberger sends one towards the net. It's wide of the cage. Gathered in by Lynn, though. Lynn reverses, looking for McCormick, finding a Boston defender. Battle at the Bruins blue line. It's out of the zone, so PA has to try to regroup, but Boston ends up with the puck. Tipping it up into the Pennsylvania zone and giving chase. Icing the call on the dump it. It'll be Filiaggi to take the face-off. Tips it towards the Boston zone. Boston cage, tipped into a corner. And out it comes. Real on the back check. Able to force the play wide. Boston able to control it, getting it to their defense. Sending one in. Skips wide to Schwartz. Picked up by Alderhead. He reverses for Merlot. Merlot looks for Ritson. It's cut off by Boston. PA can't wait for the puck. You got to go get it. Alderhead wraps it around for Real. Real able to get control and send it into Filiaggi. It's taken off of his stick at center, played back into the PA end, where Merlot will find Alderhead. He'll look for Real backside. It's picked off by the Bees. Bruins in. Right side, firing. That skips wide. Real skates away from a puck. Boston gets to it. Centering pass. Unable to connect as Ritson will get there. He banks it off the boards trying to get it out. It will, and Boston will come back offside. PA's moving away from the breakout pass. You got to cut towards it. Oh, Boston will have a penalty here. PA's going to head to the power play.
Junior Bruins number 10 minor penalty for high skating. Time of the penalty 3:22 remaining of the first period.
Sorry you missed all that. I had it on mute. Hopefully you saw it, PA, with some good pressure in the offensive zone here on the power play. 1 minute left on the high stick to number 10 for the Bruins. A 3-2 high-scoring first period. It'll be Christini, McCormick, and Lynn on the ice with Ofterhide and Schulberger. Fed back door to Christini. He'll center one. It skips just past two PA sticks, and it's cleared by Boston. Schulberger back to get it. Finds Ofterhide. Ofterhide sends it right through a Bruin defender. In they come short-handed. Backdoor feed cut off by McCormick. McCormick knocked down on the play, but able to get it to Lynn. Lynn to Christini. He'll gain the offensive zone on the power play. Leave it for Taco Schulberger. He's in. He fires. It's blocker side. Stopped and out. 14 seconds left on the power play. PA out shooting 9-6, but haven't been able to solve the Bruin goaltender but twice. It'll be Filiaggi on the faceoff. Kicked in behind the Bruin net. Wrapped around Johnson, unable to get to it at the point. Phil Chase all the way back into his own end. That should kill the rest of the Boston penalty. He sends it around for real. He spins it to the middle to Filiaggi. He's pressured immediately and taken from him. PA's got to skate here, folks. Nice play in front there by Merlot to break it up. Goes back to Johnson. Johnson bodied. Filiaggi will get there. He works it to Ritson. Filiaggi's hammered. He's reaching for his head. I don't know what the call is here. We'll have a whistle, and we'll have a defensive zone draw. Oh, another penalty. So PA power play coming at you again. Clicking early in the tournament, can they get? And they had great chances on the first one. They need to get a chance to find the back of the net. An elbowing call, but the Bruins find their way into the PA zone, shorthanded, where it's picked up by Lynn. He goes off the board for McCormick. Boston meets him at the point of attack and is able to send it back into the PAN. Christini will wind up at center. Skates behind McCormick and into the zone. Looking. Finds Wu at the point. He'll wind up and fire a slap shot off a skate. Cleared back out. Wu will take possession. He finds Starr. Starr up to Christini. He'll wind it up and try to gain the zone. Cuts to the inside. He's in on sides, pressuring the defense, cuts to the middle, knocked off of his stick. Lynn's got to go get that. Cleared all the way out by Boston. That horn will end period one, a difficult one for Pennsylvania, trailing 3-2. Welcome back to Henderson, Nevada. Lifeguard Arena, Pennsylvania and Boston in the Brick Series Kings of Las Vegas tournament. PA trails 3-2. We switch sides. We put 15 minutes on the clock. And Bobby Spang drives the offensive zone, looks to send one across. It's Cesario. And it skips past Evans on the rebound. Cleared by Boston. Schwartz will set it up. It'll be picked up by Schulberger. He sends it up ice. It'll be Evans. Evans to Spang. Spang and Cesario 2-on-1 here on the power play. Spang sends it in on the backhand. That's stopped. Tipped out for Evans. Evans back for Spang. He cuts to the middle. Spang finds him, but it skips over his stick. Cesario sends a shot just wide. This line's had some chances. They need to bury one. Cleared by Boston. Picked up by Alfteride. 15 seconds left on the PA power play. Alfteride loses control. He's able to get, Spang able to get there. He gets it to Schulberger. PA was offside, so they pull back a bit. Schulberger will work it at the blue line. Spang gets control, power play over for Pennsylvania. He sends it cross ice. It skips free to Evans, but it's in his skates. He's unable to turn it. Boston comes up, cuts to the middle. He falls on the attack. And Pennsylvania first one to the puck, but they turn it right over to the Boston forwards. Shot comes in on Schwartz. He's unable to find it. It's loose in front and covered. PA looks disjointed in this game. Face off to the right of Schwartz. It'll be Filiaggi on the face-off. He wins it, but attacking right away Boston. Off of a PA skate, picked up by the Bruins. PA just not crisp yet. They can get there, though. It's a 3-2 game. They have the firepower. Wu carries it in on side. Stops. Sends it back for Ritson. Ritson looking for Real. That's picked off by the Bruins, and back they come. Around Starr. He's able to force it wide. Backhand pass. Blocked by the back-checking Filiaggi. Cleared up by Starr, but it bounces over Real's stick, and the Bruins will put it back in the Pennsylvania end. Starr looks way up ice for Real. Real's offsides, but he gets back on as Ritson gains the zone. He feeds it to Real. Knocked off real stick. And cleared in by Boston. How's that not icing? We don't know. Johnson wraps it around. The players come together behind. Lynn will clear it up, looking to reel. D-to-D play. And the Bruins will look to regroup. Filiaggi on the pressure. Loses his stick. Shot comes in on Schwartz. It's stopped and held. PA can get a little bit more crisp. This line's been rolling, though. It's Christini, McCormick, and Lynn. Johnson and Merlot, the deep pair. Puck popped into the corner. Johnson clears it around to Lynn. Lynn to Christini. He's up through center. Into the offensive zone. Angles, fires, it's just wide of the net. A nice toe drag wrist shot there from Christini. Battle on the wall, it's McCormick and Lynn. Worked for, and sent cross ice to Merlot. Merlot fires it behind for Christini. He tips it, trying to center it. It doesn't get through. It's off the side of the net, but Johnson will keep. He was looking for Lynn on the play, but it's picked up by Boston. So Merlot will regroup, finding McCormick. McCormick off the wall for Christini. It's just past him, but it'll be Lynn picking it off. Christini cuts to the middle. Defended there by Boston as they throw it off the glass back to center. Merlot will get it. He is able to find McCormick at center, and PA enters the zone. McCormick tries to throw one towards the net, stick on puck by the Boston defense. Lynn with the puck pressure. Breaking up the Boston breakout. Played behind by the Boston goaltender, Spang on. PA able to get part of a line change. Ofterhide gets to the puck. He pops it in behind the net. PA completes the line change as Cesario pressures. And back come the Bruins. Sent cross ice off the head of Evans. They'll call it a high stick, and it'll be a face-off in the PA zone with 10:40 to play. We want to give a shout-out and show you guys a cool picture. This is the 2011 team lined up supporting your 2010s here in Vegas. What a scene that was. As PA defeated Detroit in their first. Cesario to the puck. Pops it over to Schulberger. Now Cesario. He's hooked a bit. Battle on the wall in the PA zone. Left side. Work back to the point. Shot from outside. Skipped past Schulberger and wide of the net. Banked off the boards to Evans. Evans looking for Spang. It'll be an icing. Spang will take the draw to the left of Schwartz. He wins it into the corner. He'll go back to get it. Taken there by Boston. They walk out in front. Shot stopped by Schwartz. Wu will end up with the puck. Wu banks it off the boards to Evans. Evans tips it nicely to Spang, and PA comes up ice 2-on-2. Evans joins to try to make it a 3-on-2 as Spang carries wide. Sends it across the crease high, unable to get in on net. Wu will get to the puck. He finds Spang on the wall. It's taken from him, and Boston carries up ice. Evans on the back check, a 3-on-2, and Boston's way offside. Face-off comes out of the Boston zone, or the PA zone. It'll be Filiaggi stepping into the circle. Won the draw back to Johnson. Johnson to his partner Merlot. Back to Johnson. Back to Merlot. And he'll look for Real. Real stops at center ice. Sends it back to Johnson. Or to Merlot. He plays it across to Johnson. Johnson will find Filiaggi, and PA methodically works it in to the Boston zone where they get pressured immediately. Cleared to the point, but not out. Kept by Johnson. He'll play catch with Ritson, who comes off the wall. Steps into the middle. Sends it cross ice, looking for Real. Nice feed there, but a Boston stick in the way. Merlot keeps it the blue line once, twice. But they'll get control and send it cross ice. Johnson pressures. Fed across, a nice between the legs move there. Centering pass cut off by Noble. Johnson, who's able to work it out to the side, but not out of the zone. Centering feed again. Slap shot. Stick on puck by Merlot. Sends it wide. It'll be Ritson getting to it. He goes off the board to Real. Real able to gather it in. Filiaggi unable to stay on side. Puck's just not sticking to the sticks that well. Boston makes a goalie change. The young man coming out, 9 saves on 11 shots. He's been very good. Star carries it into the Boston zone. PA would like to get some early shots in on the new goaltender. Pressure from McCormick. And it's picked up by Cristini. He winds to the middle. Puck comes free to a Boston defender. He's pressured by McCormick. He ends up with it. He looks, fires it cross ice for Cristini. It's off of a stick, but he gathers it in. Star with it. He'll look to Cristini. He goes back to the point, kept there by Ofterhide. Ofterhide sends it back to the corner. It's McCormick, now Cristini. Cristini to McCormick. Knocked off of his stick and brought out by Boston. Off the boards, a nice easy breakout there. They gain the red line and dump it in. It'll be Star in after it. He's able to send it up the wing to McCormick. He tries to go around one. It's knocked off of escape, but it comes right back to him. He fires a slap shot. Stick on puck. Sends it into a corner where Cristini will gather it. Centering pass by Cristini. Nobody home as PA's changing. That change, though, results in a 3-on-2 for Boston. Now 2-on-2. Rebound picked up by Wu. Cleared over for Evans. He's unable to get to it. And Boston will control. Evans pressures. Puck played into the corner. It'll be wrapped around by, I think, Wu, who ends up sending it all the way up. Schulberger looking for Cesario. He was unable to get control. Now Spang will, but he can't exit the zone, and in come the Bruins, sending one in on net. Off of a skate and skip just wide. Out to the point, Cesario pressures, but around him goes the Bruin defenseman. Shot in up high. Banked off the boards by Schulberger, kept in by the Bruins. It'll be Spang on the half wall. Banks it off the boards for Cesario, and then picks it up himself. Evans driving. Spang tries to go around to the middle. Doesn't get through, but Schulberger will send one in. It deflects. Evans gets there. His shot blocked into the corner. Taken away by Boston. Back come the Bruins. Shot in on Schwartz. Unable to clear, and it's sent just wide of the cage. Back out the center. It'll be Jack Real getting to it. He's got speed and a break. Some backside pressure. His shot stopped by the new Boston goaltender. A backhander from Real. And the Bees goalie equal to the task. A nice bounce there for PA, sent Real flying up the ice. It'll be Filiaggi. Face-off won by the Bees into the corner. Filiaggi pressure. That pressure forces the puck to Johnson at the corner. He sends it back in behind the net. Filiaggi, the first one there. He looks, delays. Sends it behind. It's Real. Real. Carrying behind. He's got Johnson. Finds him. Unable to fire. Tips it over to the side for Ritson. Ritson will get there. Merlot keeps at the point. On the clearing attempt by the Bruins. Filiaggi comes off the wall. His shot skips into the corner. Real will get there. Comes all the way to Merlot. Merlot keeps it again. Real and a B come together, and Boston able to clear the zone. Merlot gathers it, stops, turns. It'll be Merlot again. And finally dumped in by the Bruins. It'll be Real getting to it. Real for Filiaggi right in his skates. And now it's Boston back on the puck. They send it in behind. It'll be Johnson there. Johnson pressured, puck taken from him. Boston back on it in the corner. Battled for there. Pulled in off the wall. Centering pass. Defended nicely by Ritson. PA able to clear but not out. It'll be Johnson in his own end to Merlot. Merlot looks up, finds Real. Real shovels it, but right to a Boston defender. They'll pressure it and take it right back, though. And Boston takes it right back from him. Their shot from the high slot, gloved by Schwartz. We'll get a whistle here. Second period. Boston 3, PA 2. Christini on the draw. Won by Boston. Blocked at the point by McCormick, and he's back the other direction. Drags to the middle, makes a move. His backhander stopped. Lynn gets to the rebound, but it's sent just wide. Battled for in behind, sent back to the point, kept there by Ofterhoff. He'll bank it off the boards, finds Lynn. Lynn turns with it. Sends it across for Christini. His shot. Backside. There's Colin McCormick. And he tickles the slide with a one-timer. Team PA ties it at 3. All 3 goals from this group. Lynn, Christini, McCormick. A great play by Lynn to find Christini on the right side. He feeds it back door. What body position by Colin McCormick to get his stick free for the one-timer, and PA's tied it at 3. Boston wins the draw, enters the PA zone. Cesario there to pressure. Sent cross ice, Evans will pressure the point. He dislodges the puck, able to work it up for Spang. Spang out the center. He finds Cesario. He'll delay as he's joined by everybody. Woo gets a one-timer off. And that's stopped and held. EA with a little bit of pressure here. Energized a bit by the McCormick snipe. It'll be Spang to take the faceoff. Won by the Bees, pressured by Cesario. Wrapped around and cleared by Boston. Evans will pressure the breakout. Boston will gain the zone. Firing one. Schwartzy kicks it out. Wu clears it to the wall, kept in by the Boston defense. Schulberger gets there now. Spang. Spang in his own end in the corner. He fires cross ice looking for Cesario. That doesn't get through. It'll be Schulberger keeping it out of the PA zone for now. Boston gets it back to the line. Cesario will go to work, and it's ultimately dumped in off the skate of Schulberger. Schulberger stopping behind his own net. Finds Cesario. Cesario looks for Spang fans on the pass. It's picked off by Boston. Schulberger again. He's up. He finds Evans. He's in onside. Cuts to the middle. Fires one off the blocker. A beautiful save there. What a feed by Schulberger to free up Evans. And a nice move by Evans to get the scoring chance. But the goaltender equal to the task as Filiaggi carries out through center. He finds Evans. Evans across for Real. Real crisscrosses in. He fires low. Kicks to a corner. Picked up by Ritson. PA's feeling it. Ritson behind the net. Comes around. Protects nicely with the rear end. It's up and out of the zone by the Bruins. Real will pick it up in his own end. He winds up, cuts to the middle. He's pressured immediately. Puck taken from him. Back comes Boston. Shot off the stick of a PA defender. Stopped by Schwartz and cleared by Pennsylvania. Real will give chase. No icing as Boston gets to it first. They try to work a D-to-D. Real's pressure. He'll take the puck. Clearing but not out. There's Cristini for Pennsylvania. 1 minute remaining in period 2. PA's tied it. Cristini cuts to the middle. He'll shoot one off the side of the cage. Again cleared by Boston. Again stopped by Pennsylvania. This time McCormick. It's now Lynn. A bouncing puck skips through the Boston zone. McCormick, the first one there. He's able to force it behind where Boston will try to clear. This one kept again by Pennsylvania. It was Ofterheim. Now it'll be Boston as they ice it. And we'll have an offensive zone face-off with 25 seconds to play. PA has gotten their legs back here late in the second. Three, Boston and Pennsylvania. We want to take a second to thank the Pittsburgh Penguins and the Philadelphia Flyers for your amazing support of Team Pennsylvania, the only team in the Brick sponsored by 2 NHL programs, and these players are very proud to wear your logos on their sleeves. So thank you to the Penguins and the Flyers. Boston with the puck, PAN. Clock ticking away. 4, 3, 2, 1. Shot blocked by Ofterheim. He's stunned a bit by it. And that horn will signify the conclusion of the second period. Team Pennsylvania gathers around head coach Trevor Edwards and assistant coaches Doug McCormick and Hunter Mueller. We're gonna switch them back. We're gonna put 15 minutes on the clock, and we're gonna solve this game. Who's gonna win? We don't know. PA started to get in some rhythm here late in period 2. Boston in black. They'll go left to right on your television. Black jerseys with the Boston across the chest. Gold shoulders and gold striping on the uniforms. Pennsylvania for the first time in the tournament wearing their white uniforms. White jerseys with the Brick Pennsylvania logo. Puck cleared around by Schulberger. And it's picked up by Cesario. He sends it across. It'll be Evans picking it up. He's 1-on-2 as he cuts to the inside, now outside. Taken by the Boston defense. DA gets some pressure, able to keep it in the zone. It'll be Evans lifting it to the corner for Cesario. Cesario pressures. Spang follows on. Schulberger keeps it the blue line. Off the skate is Cesario, gathered in by Ritson. Now Wu. Wu cuts to the middle. Protects the puck well. Fires one. Glove side. Stopped and held. Austin Wu gets loose on the left for a wrister. Stopped by the Bees goaltender. Face off, won by Boston, but pressured immediately by Pennsylvania. Filiaggi will take it back, stops behind the net, looks to center. It's knocked off of his stick by a Boston defender. Boston with it behind. They'll reverse to the opposite side. PA needs to pressure better. Boston comes through center. There's some pressure from Filiaggi. He's able to take the puck away. Boston will get it back and try to regroup. Real with puck pressure. Boston skates by that. In onside. Smirks it to the middle. That's sent just wide of the cage. But picked back up. Able to be worked back out in front by Boston, but covered by Schwartz. This Team Pennsylvania game brought to you here on Cinnamon Swirl Television, a Cinnamon Swirl production. Remember to subscribe to the channel. 298 swirlies. Let's get to 300 by the end of the day. Subscribe below. Also follow Team Penn Brick at Team Penn Brick on the Twitter. Also Cine TV on Twitter. Christini carries it into the offensive zone. Centers it for Lynn. It's just past his reach. He'll gather it at the blue line and tip it back into the Boston end. Boston gets control. Sends it cross ice, and they'll dump it in on Schwartz. He'll set it up behind the cage for Ofterhouse. He'll reverse. It's Lynn following off. Up ice for Christini. He fires cross ice looking for McCormick. He and Lynn come together. Down goes Lynn. Back come the Bees. Cutting behind. That looked like it might have been offsides on the right, but they'll let him enter. Ofterhouse will get to the puck. He'll loft it over. It'll be McCormick getting to it. He sends it cross ice. Knocked down out of the air. Datsukes. And some rough stuff in front of the PA cage, broken up by the official. We have a whistle. And it'll be a coincidental minors. Yeah. Coincidental minors. McCormick. 2 players off for roughing. McCormick, one of them. 12-13 to play in the third. I should let you know it's the third by updating the scoreboard. But the score is correct. 3-3 tie, Pennsylvania and Boston. You come here for the challenge. Coach Trevor Edwards yesterday at the team meal talked about adversity, talked about overcoming it, talked about getting challenged, talked about overcoming challenges. Puck played in behind for Evans. He can't get control, and it'll be brought on by Boston. Pressured by Cesario. And cleared back down, all the way down by Boston. Chased by Schulberger. No icing on the play for some reason. Schulberger pressured, hooked a bit. It'll come loose for Boston. Pressured by Schulberger. He takes it right back. He'll wind up and crank one. Stopped at the blue line. Kept in by the Bees. Pressured here. Shot comes in. Stopped by Schwartz. He puts it in a corner for Schulberger. Schulberger sends it cross ice. It'll be Evans picking it up with speed. He's got Cesario with him. Evans cuts to the middle. Tries to send a backhander through. Doesn't get by. It's cleared up but not out by Boston. Kept in for Evans. It's off of his stick. Into the feet of Cesario but picked up by Boston. Out come the Bruins. Pressured through center. Into the PA zone. And it'll be Spang picking it up. He's got Evans. Can't get it to him. It's picked off by Boston again. Pressured by Johnson. Brought back in front. Shot sent skipping wide of the cage. Real pressures. It'll be cleared up and out by Pennsylvania. PA gets part of a line change. Is dumped in by Boston. Merlot back together. Merlot kicks it over for Real. Real to Evans. Evans skips out the center. He's up the outside. They have a 3-on-1. It's Evans, Filiaggi, and Real. Evans finds Real. Real shoots it just wide of the cage. Great scoring chance there, sent wide of the brick or the Boston net. Sorry, folks. It was a long night last night. Boston, in their own end, able to break out. Sent all the way down into the Pennsylvania zone. It'll be picked up by Ofterhide. He'll reverse it around for Starr. Starr will pick it up. He tries to come off the boards, but right there's a Bruin. And another one. A big turnover there, sent cross ice. Nobody home for Boston, but kept at the point. That shot skips wide, deflects high over the net, though. It'll be Filiaggi back pressuring. Able to come away with it, working to the corner off their high. Spinning out in front, Boston. They send it cross ice. Lynn unable to get there. Centering pass by Boston. Picked up by Starr. Centered, and it's held on by Schwartz. And we get a whistle. McCormick will come out of the sin bin. 9:08 to play. Third period, 3-3 tie. Pennsylvania with a dandy of a scoring chance not long ago. And they create more. Face off won by Boston. Pressured. Comes free to the wall. Woo. Boston sends a shot off of Schwartz. Picked up by Wu again. He fans on a clearing attempt. Second time able to get it out, though. Nice perseverance. Pressure from Evans. Off of his skate, but gathered in by Boston. Cesario chasing. Evans on the back check. Able to chip it off the boards for Spang. Spang protects and clears the zone. Boston will regroup. Cesario with pressure. Turns him towards Evans. Evans sends it back towards Cesario. And Boston able to dump it in. Wrapped around, kept by the Bruins. A little bit of danger here. It's picked up by Spang, though. And back goes PA 3-on-3. Evans gets a change. And Will Cesario Spang in 1-on-5. Not great odds, but he's able to keep pressuring and force Boston back in their own end as Pennsylvania completes the line change. Lynn with some pressure, able to steal it. And he is absolutely hammered at center ice with no call. I mean, that's a clear body check. A clear body check and no call. And it's two players coming together. That's exactly what a body check is. You have to be responsible. So the face-off will be in the Pennsylvania zone, their injury timeout. D-zone draw, it'll be Christini stepping in. He's got McCormick and Evans. Merlot and Johnson on defense. He's worked one back to the Boston blue line, firing one from outside, it's wide. Evans gets to the corner. He is absolutely destroyed. He is hammered. That's what happened! PA heads to the power play, 7:35. Turkey meat table. Let's go, PA. Matty Lynn, okay, he rejoins his line. Evans draws the power play. Can PA make them pay? McCormick wins it forward. Following on Lynn. Cleared up but not out, taken by Christini. He fires backside for Lynn, it's blocked by Boston. Christini, Schulberger to Christini, back to McCormick. McCormick to Christini. These three have all of the PA goals in this one. Christini sends it to Lynn. Wound back to the blue line, kept in by Ofterhide. Ofterhide to Lynn. Lynn fires it across for Christini. Cutting to the middle, McCormick. He's got a knack for getting open and good spot. A beautiful feed to Lynn and a better save by the Boston goaltender. Puck up into the net. 6:54 to play. A minute 19 left on the Pennsylvania power play. PA with the big money line in Vegas here on the ice. McCormick wins the draw. Gets it to Lynn. Lynn drops it back to McCormick. He's going to find Ofterhide. Ofterhide back to McCormick. He curls from the outside. Turns and fires one. It's off a shin pad and carried back out by Boston. 2-on-2 short-handed. Around Ofterhide. Firing short. Walker side. And it beats Schwartz. A short-handed goal for Boston has put them back in front. PA with 55 seconds still on this power play. They got to get regrouped. A nice play by the Boston forward there to go around Ofterhide and fire it blocker side. Filiaggi wins it to Ritson. Ritson gains the zone. Power play continues for Pennsylvania. Filiaggi with the puck. Finds Wu. Reel in front. Wu will step in. He had more room to go. Sends one wide of the cage. It's cleared by Boston. Wu will win. Well, maybe win the race. He will get there. Nice job by Austin Wu to work it to Reel. Reel comes up ice. 3-on-3. Sending it in towards the middle. Now back off of a skate right to Reel. Banked off the wall. Kept in briefly by Pennsylvania. It'll be Wu, though, at center. Finds Ritson. Gets it into the corner. He'll give chase there. Reel. Back to Wu. Wu. Back for Reel. He and Filiaggi run into each other. Reel drives the middle, shoots one. It's off of a stick and wide. Penalty over for Boston. They're at full strength. 5:30 to play. PA trails 4-3. Filiaggi works the puck. Tries to get it to Wu. It's banked off the boards. It'll be icing. It'll be an offensive zone draw to the right of the Boston cage. Bobby Spang steps into the circle. Wins it back to Wu, but it's off of his skate and out to center. He gets it to Evans, now to Spang. Spang cuts to the middle, drives, looks, centers one. It's bounced in behind. Evans will throw it in front. It's off the goaltender. Evans gets it back. Work to the point for Starr. Starr back to Evans. Evans sends it across for Wu. Wu turns out of some trouble. PA with possession. Back to the corner, Spang. Spang centers one looking for Evans. It's picked off by Boston and back they come. They try to sneak one behind and will. Send across. One-timer coming. Schwartz equal to the task. Coming up to the top of that crease to stop the Boston shot. Nice goaltending there. Spang gets to it. He sends Evans. Evans off of his stick. He'll chase it down. It's onside. Into the zone. Evans gets control. Heels out. Knocked down on the play, and back comes Boston. PA Christini able to send it across the ice. Pennsylvania completes a line change. And we get a hero here for Pennsylvania. Carrying around wide. Pressured. Christini picks it up. He'll fly up the right. He's got McCormick, his favorite target, with him. He'll pull, drag, shoot, and the puck rebound skips just wide. Johnson at the point, sends it to Christini on his backhand into the corner. He'll wind up, take it back to the point and find Johnson. Johnson back to Christini. Christini shoots, skips wide of the net, picked up by McCormick behind. This line going to work. Christini peels out of the corner, finds some room. He's hauled down. PA back to a power play here. McCormick still with the puck. Delayed call. It's Starr. Starr to Lynn. Lynn to McCormick. McCormick to Starr. Starr. Lynn. Lynn. Shot. There's Christini backside. His shot stopped. Johnson gets control. PA still with the puck. Now it'll be PA. Oh, Boston gets their stick to it. And we get a PA power play. 2:48 to play. Pennsylvania will head to the power play. Trailing by 1. Number 19 for Boston heads to the box on a tripping minor. Spang wins the draw to Evans. Evans taps it to Starr. Starr back to Evans. Evans finds Spang. Spang looks for Cesario, and it skips between his feet. Cleared off the head of Evans and out the center. A hand pass on Pennsylvania. A 6-3 win over on the other rink for the 2011s over Team Minnesota. A great victory there for that crew as they'll head to the quarterfinals. Spang pops it into the offensive zone, lifted out by Boston. They'll go high as often as they can to clear. Wu gathers it. He finds Starr. Starr up to Cesario. Into the offensive zone. Looks to Evans. Evans centers it for Spang. Off a Boston defender. Spang and Evans play switcheroo. Comes free, Cesario! Sends it wide of the net. Steps out from behind. Goalie without a stick. Spang tied up along the boards. Minute 10 left on the power play. Cesario tries to come out. Puck on the back of the cage. Cleared but not out. Kept by Starr. He pops it into the corner. Cesario will pressure, but Boston will take the puck from him and clear it all the way down. PA's going to get a change. Schwartz will set it up behind. PA gets the Christini Lynn McCormick line on the ice for the last 48 seconds of the power play. Minute 30 to play in the game. Christini winds up, carries through center into the offensive zone. He's joined by Lynn and McCormick. Centers it for McCormick. Onto the stick of Lynn. Back to Ofterheide. Ofterheide. Over to Schulberger. Schulberger to Ofterheide. Ofterheide winds, fires. It's blocked out front and cleared. 20 seconds left on the power play as Schulberger sets it up behind. He works it to Christini. He takes a bit of a whack, able to get it to McCormick. He loses it to a Bees defender, but taken right back by Schulberger, who's into the zone with McCormick. Weaving, carrying around, wraparound attempt, stopped by the Boston goalie and held. 45 seconds left. EA needs one. Empty net. Wu, Schulberger, Spang, Lynn, McCormick, Christini for PA. 6-on-5 empty net. Face off one cleanly by McCormick. Back to Wu, over to Schulberger. Schulberger to the corner to Lynn. He centers one. Nobody home. Back to Lynn though. Over to Christini. He'll fire backside. Stopped. Schulberger at the point. He'll crank one. And it's in the back of the net. PA's tied the game. I don't know who it was. It was either McCormick or Lynn. I think it was McCormick, but I don't know. 24.1 to play, and PA's tied it at 4.
Let's go, boys!
PA carries it into the zone at Spang. Puck pops to the corner. Cleared up but not out, kept by Schulberger. Finally cleared by Boston. Woo! Waves at it. Offsides B. At the line, 6 seconds to go. Third period. PA and Boston. 6.3 to play. Spang to take the faceoff. Filiaggi and Evans with it. 3, 2, 1, and this is going to overtime. PA's first overtime game. They'll get at least 1 point. I think they need the second thing. That'll give them 7. That currently ties them with CJR. They lost to CJR, so they will need that point. They're also going to need Chicago to probably lose a game. Or go to overtime. PA is going to be big Connecticut fans now tonight. PA ties it with under 30 seconds, 24 seconds to play, and sends it to OT. First overtime game for Pennsylvania. They're in need of the extra point. Boston secured their way into the playoffs. Three-on-three OT. McCormick, Christini, and Schulberger for Pennsylvania. Face-off won by Boston, they'll control. That first face-off usually quite important. Off of a stick to Schulberger. He's able to win the battle on the wall. He works it over to Christini. He's got McCormick coming with him. It'll be a 2-on-2. As he toe drags and fires. It's up off the top of the net. Almost another bouncing puck over the goalie, but this one will be controlled by Boston now. As they come back up ice, carrying to the right. Wide, looking, carried in behind, wrapping it around, sent high short side and over. Centering pass, one-timer, unable to connect. It'll be Christini getting it back to Schulberger. PA's going to get some line changes. Woo's off. Schulberger gets the puck taken from him. Centering pass by Boston. It'll end up on the stick of Woo. He stops and starts. He's going to get some space. He's got Evans and Spang. Moves it to Spang. Spang into the zone. Evans covering the defense here. As Spang dangles inside. Looks to feed it backside. Woo sends it off the goaltender and wide. Evans ships it forward for Woo. Now Spang. Woo pressures, kept by Evans, who loses his balance. Falls down, it's a 2-on-0, it's a breakaway. Can Schwartz come up with the stop? And he does! Woo! Evans hustles back, The shot on the breakaway comes from the outside because of some back pressure. And we're going to have Filiaggi, Lynn, and Wu. Austin, you got to be on the inside there. There you go. Filiaggi on the draw, controlled by Boston back to the point, pressured by Lynn. He's able to pick it off, and he comes up ice one-on-one. Now one-on-two, joined by Filiaggi. Wu at the point. Angles in, fires short side. It skips high over the net. Nice save by the Bees goaltender there. Lynn looks for Filiaggi. It's cleared by Boston to Wu. Wu sends it back in, and Filiaggi will be the first one in after. Centers for Lynn. It's off a skate right in on net. Stopped and held. I don't know what happens next, if they go to a shootout or what. PA is going to go with Cesario and Real with Ofterhoff. .50 seconds. 34-25, the shots on goal. Ofterhoff kicks it into the corner, off the skate of Real, gathered by Boston. They'll fling it around. PA's got to get back. Cesario and Real backing up. Somebody's going to need to go and angle the puck. It'll be Real. Shot comes from the outside, gloved by Schwartz. It'll be 24 seconds left. PA's going to get another change here. Christini, Starr, and Schulberger going with the extra defenseman with the D-zone draw. 24.2 to play in this 3-on-3 overtime. Puck freed up back to the point for Boston. Shot comes in. Stopped by Schwartz. Gathered by Johnson. Cleared around for Christini. He'll try to wind up. He's pressured from behind. He's hauled down. And we're going to have a PA power play. 4-on-3 as he's tripped. 7.1 to play in overtime. PA heads to the power play. It'll be 4-on-3. This is where we can use the NHL rule of an offensive zone draw, but it'll just come out of the PA line. Johnson, Starr, McCormick, Christini. The 4 for Pennsylvania. Face off 1 back to Starr. Tipped off the board. 3, 2, 1. Christini fires it, but it skips wide. And I don't know what comes next. We'll learn as you learn. It might be a shootout.
Oh my God.
Shootout. Boston will go first.
Come on,
Boston's first shooter picks the puck up, carries in. Looks, fires, and he'll score. Glove side. PA will send out their first shooter. It'll be 42 Christini. Bo Christini picks up the puck, weaves into the offensive zone. Looks, fires high, short side. He tickles the twine. Boston's second shooter. Picks it up at center ice. Weaves in. And Schwartzy's there with the control. DA's second shooter will be 37, Bobby Span. Skates into the puck, carries into the offensive zone over the blue line, weaves, and he beats the and Team Pennsylvania wins! Team Pennsylvania in a shootout, baby! A 5-4 victory! And Team PA will head to the playoffs with a 3-1 record. And this announcer will go get a heart catheterization between now and the next game. Bobby Spang and Schwartzy, the heroes in the shootout, give PA a 5-4 shootout win. The extra point, that'll make 8 for Pennsylvania. It currently moves them into first place. There's a lot yet to happen. PA will be really not caring, I guess, who wins the other game, other than they probably need Chicago to fall. Chicago falls, PA. Actually, I guess if the Junior Rangers lose in overtime, they would get a point. That would tie Pennsylvania. That would give Minnesota 8, PA 8, and us 8. If Pennsylvania, trying to think of how this will work, PA will get a chance for a bye. They just need things to happen. So follow along. We'll let you know on Twitter when the next game is. Follow along on Twitter. We will announce the game. Follow us here on Cinnamon Swirl TV. Thank you to all of you for joining us. 84 of you watching right now. We love all of our swirlies out there. Subscribe to the channel. Follow Team Penn Brick on Twitter at Team Penn Brick and Cine TV. Thank you all for joining us.